From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Off we go from Lumen Field. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to open it up is Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
First carry here for Jadarian Price. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
QB will survey the defense on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Open man is Horton. It's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now, another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Running from the pistol, it's Charbonnet. He'll work forward, a short gain to the 25. Eric Murray in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They face 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Pistol snap back to Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Charbonnet. And he is not going to get away. That one blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. Open left side is Barner. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Charbonnet. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
At the 17-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got it inside the 5. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's good.
Well, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. That big-time throw, they got a shot now with first and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
And we're not going to have another snap here. First quarter will come to an end. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they come up now, 2nd and goal. Shaheed in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
3rd and goal. To throw is Darnold. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets... Defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders. They're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Darnold to throw. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted, but let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's complete to his running back, Bashal Tutin. And he's taken down up past the 35. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. Pushed out to his left. Taking off, and he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Lawrence going to give it to Tutin. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Now a shot here, deep middle. That's caught. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. That one on target to Kupp.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
2nd and inches. Clock ticking down, and we will hit the 2-minute warning. We're back to Seattle after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's to the running back, Jadarian Price. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain for 11 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive, and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. First get by JSN. And it is a 1st down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So It makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Darnold to the air once more. Moving outside the pocket. Now he's just going to pitch this one forward. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Darnold again. Forced out wide. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Quentin Strange was his intended target. It's second down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll fake it to Titten. Now it's Lawrence. The second down throw is incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now brings up fourth down.
So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Myers.
Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ground, it's Titten to start the drive. They try to push his way forward, but there's nowhere to go. They've got him right at the line of scrimmage.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no...
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
Lawrence's pass intercepted.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
A give to Charbonnet. He's got space inside the 25. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. Trying to keep the momentum going after the turnover. They have delivered with a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Darnold. Quick throw, taken in. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On second down, here's a run with Charbonnet. And he'll get into the end zone. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will level things out at 7 apiece.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
On first down, Lawrence. That'll be complete to 2. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Sensational 2. A gain of 14. First down, Jacksonville.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. Forced to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10. Now Lawrence. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find a throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Oftentimes, these critical downs come down to who executes the best. And in this case, Mike, the defense executed when it mattered the most. Big fourth down stop, and now they're going to get the ball back.
A run between the tackles with Price. Not much there, a yard or 2 down to the 48. Devon Hamilton up for the stop.
Brings up second and 9 at the 48-yard line.
It is second and 9. Cup in motion. Throwing, Darnold. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Tough one to pick up here. Third down and 9. Now Darnold on the run to the right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Seattle.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Darnold to throw again. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Foye Oluokun. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Taken in right side by Barner. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 36. This drive begins with a run by Chip, and the defense all over that one. They stop him. There is no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. See what they have for 2nd and 10. 4th quarter begins on the ground. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 10 yards to start this 4th quarter and good for a 1st down.
Remember this one thing, it is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
You know, we say this so often in this league, Mike, the greatest strength of some of these guys can also be a little bit of their weakness. And in this case, he's trying to buy more time with his feet. We've seen him do this successfully time and time again. This time it catches up to him, and he takes the sack.
Second down, Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. This one caught left side. That's 3. Oh, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to fourth down. They'll go. Tootin. Big opening up the middle. And he's in. Facial Tootin. Touchdown, Jaguars. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. To throw on first down is Darnold. Down the field, he's got Barner. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
19 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a run inside, and it's Charbonnet. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he will score! Zach Charbonnet! Touchdown, Seattle. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Lawrence. They set up the screen here for Tootin. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll come up now for second down. They'll drop to throw. Down the field, he's got Washington. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll look over the middle and find his running back.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Lawrence. Out to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Now here's Lawrence. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Now he'll run it. And he's going to be close to the first down. Markham's just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up third and short yardage.
Third down.
Now this looks like a design run. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
2 yards.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing second and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. And that is no good. He missed it. That could have significant consequences. They're unable to stretch the lead out to a field goal. They're up only 2. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10. Here we go. One final play. Just trying to make something happen. And the ball's loose on the field. And he'll be taken down. So that'll give him the ball in good shape off the turnover. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. They come away with a hard-fought victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team.
Get ready. Yo, Preem, give me that turnaround. Yeah, that's it. Jesus, the king out of Queensbridge. At ease us with your lyrical thesis. Me just chilling, buildings, high ceilings. Billions of my vision. Please, I'm from the P's. VVS on freeze. Esco, Pablo, silked out in Cabo. The prettiest, high tech like NVIDIA. Just that smart, I know a little about a lot. When you come from less, you learn particular plots from the pots, checking in on parlays or parfaits. How my days start, we all play it. Dinner's come, we leaving big tips. I taught some of y'all how to eat, but I won't trip. Taught some of y'all how to dress, but some of y'all still a mess. Serial investor, serial threat. Turn ether to Ethereum, y'all wanna bet? I got a crypto key, it come with a password. Then I flip that key to digital cash word. But then I get bored of that, it's too small, I'm off of that. Then the roof. Youngsters said when I'm grown, I'm coming. Then got grown, start clubbing and doing. We wasn't when I was young, I only wanted. I only saw the next 10 minutes, ADHD, I guess. Things unchanged, now I wanna add an extra zero, be the hood hero. Turbo, Maybach, V12 go 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. We move no less than 4. This ain't no contract, this ain't the trade. No wars, no. I'm from the block with a chain, this a new blockchain. But my portfolio is many things. From quantum computing to biotech, cause it's life improving. Degradable plastic trash removing. And when the market is down, it's like a hustle when no one is around. Your palm itch when opportunities found. It's Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface.
Say that is chips.
I lay criminal lines down over more bays.
The boom, the dip, the boom, dip.
Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface.
Say that is chips.
I lay down digital lines over more bass.
Tried leaving where I come from, but always gonna go back. I tried sipping on the, but it's always gonna be. There's things I can't change, like how I was raised. The Bible in my blood and the Bama in my veins. Ain't a pink bouquet in the flower store. I'm okay if I'm a little more. Born to live free, riding on the breeze on a summer night. Tucked back in the weeds, guess that's just me. In a bed of red roses, I'm the one growing up on the wilder side. So if you're tired of thorns, I'm a little more dandelion. No stranger to a dirt road or a country muddy riverbank. If you picking me, you ought to know I wasn't made for a fancy crystal vase, a mason jar, and old blue jeans. From my roots to my boots, I'll always be a dandelion. Born to live free, riding on the breeze on a summer night. Tucked back in the weeds, guess that's just me. In a bed of red roses, I'm the
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from Achane. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
It's a shame these kids ain't seen no freak weeks. DC Howard homecoming to wild weekends. Youngsters said when I'm grown I'm coming. Then got grown, start clubbing and doing.
Again, it's Achane. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 53 yards. And the Saints march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Charlie Smith for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
The score, Saints 7, Jaguars 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the Goats have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Bashal Tutin. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain at 21 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Tutin is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it.
Trevor Lawrence scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Early on, you just want to get your quarterback in a rhythm, and that's exactly what they're trying to do with that short completion. Build some confidence, and then you can start working the ball farther down the field.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Shuck. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Shuck now to throw. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. To Rodriguez. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now Lawrence to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now it's 2nd and 10. On play action, Shuck. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
Well, you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
So here's a 3rd and 14. On play action, Shuck. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going for it. Here's Shuck. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing, Shuck. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To the air once more. Shuck. And he comes back with one complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Open man is Tyson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. To throw now, Shuck. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again is Shuck. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Shuck. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And he missed it. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Play action. It's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
But so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. He may go. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange, 77 yards. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Saints 7. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This quarterback now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. We'll get that complete to Vele. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That's another Saints 1st down.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And some room to run now. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devon Vele from 21 yards away. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Saints 14. Charlie Smith to kick off.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30.
He's brought down at the
Making the tackle there, Martin Emerson.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
They go play action now. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for it with Tootin. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Complete to
Travis Hunter, 63 yards. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
48. Saints 14.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second and 10.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's Shuck. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's caught by Vele. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They will throw again. Shuck. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Shuck. Finding Alvin Kamara for the completion. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing again here, Shuck. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Martin Emerson. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
1st down.
Shuck now to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bashal Tutin. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bashal Tutin, 45 yards. And the Jaguars have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Saints 14. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard run.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devon Bailey with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
To kick off for New Orleans.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Down to the 10.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Bashal Tutin
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Jaguars have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2. They don't get it.
The score, Jaguars 41, Saints 22. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That is caught inside the 5. And the Saints are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Saints first down.
Throwing, Shuck.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Achane is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Lawrence will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, 45 yards. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
26 yards. And the Saints, first down.
To throw now, Shuck. To the right side, he's got Velo. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
To throw is Shuck. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to 60, back to 60. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Kamara is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Jaguars 3-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 3 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Flushed out right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And it's incomplete. Still time left, though. 2 seconds remaining now in the 4th quarter. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and